ate a bowl of energy. Oh, I'm about to put on for the hood. I'm powered up. Let's get it. Whew. Listen, if you find something wrong with Black History Month, then you definitely will enjoy this episode of Attention Deficit Hood Analysis. You dig? Yo, what's going on, Hood Nation? This is the official phone blog Attention Deficit Hood Analysis. I'm DJ Hood Shaka, the man with an intellectual master plan. And right now, I'm going to be talking about a problem with Black History Month. And I call this the Black History Month in America. The biggest problem that I have with Black History Month and Black history in general is that far too often it begins with American slavery. Now, Kemetic history, also known as African American history, what would eventually be called Black history, did not begin in America. It didn't start in America. It ended in America, and then something new began. I'm just saying, think about it. There's evidence of civilization in Africa more than 80,000 years ago. So I'm a little disturbed. Well, really more than a little bit. But the reason why I'm on this camera is to talk about the frustration that I have with the constant horrible narrative of Black people they call starting by being brought to America. You know, Black history did not start then. I'm going to keep saying that over and over. When I know by using common sense that millions of Africans lived and died peacefully without ever thinking about the transatlantic slave trade. It was not even a concept then. Thousands of years before American chattel slavery existed, African kingdoms like the Axum civilization ruled. I'm talking about super great civilizations. I remember reading a book by Dr. Naim Akbar a long time ago. Man, he was a great African-American professor, African-American psychologist, and he was a professor at Florida State University. Hey, you should Google him if you ever have time. Oh, man. But look, civilizations like the Ghana civilization, the Carthaginian civilization, the Songhai civilization, even Timbuktu. But these cultures are attached to identity, but they're never, ever mentioned. And what's crazy is that even traditional African religion is never even mentioned. Now, I always wondered why, when I was growing up, why the books only glorified one type of people. And I used to be confused. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Oh, I want you to Google a man by the name of Al Hassan ibn Muhammad al-Wazan. Oh, hold on. I can't be just throwing out them Arabic names like that. But look, he would eventually be called Leo Africanus. So just Google him. You know what I'm saying? Read about his life. I'm telling you, I think you'll think it's very, very interesting. But moving on. I was reading that about 350 years before the Americanized version of what will be called slavery even existed, a man by the name of Mansa Musa ruled what is considered modern day West Africa. And this dude was considered the richest man that ever lived. Now, if you converted his money into 2021, he would have had over $600 billion plus. However, I never heard of him. I was never even told about him during Black history. Not one Black history activity in school was I ever told about him. I was just reading though. However, like in the 1500s, Timbuktu was popping. The economy was popping. So it really makes me feel some type of way when America talks about Black history and they hardly even talk about the person that created Black History Week. They hit you with slavery. That's what they hit you with. Look, I respect forefathers. I respect Even the women that paved the road, even when you think about like Harriet Tubman, I know that she endured what I couldn't even imagine. Most people can't even imagine what life was like in America if you were black. So I won't even start talking about that. But that brings me to something bigger and something that really infuriates me. The major problem that I have with black history is that it keeps starting with slavery in America. Now, what you don't understand is that this is more problematic than you think, because what it does is it introduces a group of people to the world as subjugated and enslaved and controlled people. And it's taught like that in America. And what it does is that it removes you from anything good, anything of any type of good. It just like teaches all children that black people began as inferior people and somehow found their way out of the darkness with the help of the people that ruled over them. Now, I understand that some can't imagine the psychological and emotional problems that this creates, but I get it. And I want it to be known that I'm not okay with it. I want you to think about this. Think about being in school. The earliest white people, I'm talking about, that's given to all young students of all races. You learn about what? You learn that like they're travelers. You learn that they're inventors. You learn that they're artists, American presidents. I'm talking about like they kill it with Christopher Columbus. They give you that. Ben Franklin. They give you George Washington. They give you Andrew Jackson. Then you start learning about even more greatness. Michelangelo, Mozart, Galileo. Now, they may eventually teach you about Abraham Lincoln or Lewis and Clark, but white history never begins or ends with horror, pain, or trauma. Another thing I want you to think about is what is happening to the mind of people. What is happening to the mind of people? Now, what I mean is when young students first see their historical heroes who look like them, and they see that they were great and glorious leaders of the world, and that the first black people that they learned about, they were owned like property and lived as mindless slaves picking cotton, what impact do you think that has on those people's worldview? Something great, right? Do you think painting an inaccurate picture to their minds creates a balance? If you wanted a balance, would you tell the truth? Just things that make you say, So I'm a little disturbed by black history in America, because even when it's supposed to be something good, it still seems to glorify something other than black history. Now listen, whether you agree or not, you can at least see that there's something wrong. It's something majorly wrong with the picture, but you may not see it as major. But you will see that it's something wrong if you think about what I'm talking about. Just think about this content. You know what? I think that it's our job to correct it. So help me correct it. No. You know what? Help America correct it. We need people like you who care and who wants to be historians. We need people who want to be historians. Yeah. Who wants? I'm saying I be messing my sentences up. But anyway, holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? Look, sometimes I don't think you understand how evil really is just major in this world. And I don't think you understand the horrible things that has been done to people. We really got to wake up. So look, I'm going to end this quote by a brother who wrote this article about some of the things that I'm mentioning. His name is like his name is Commendigio. He says, the colonization of Africa actually happened after the end of the transatlantic slave trade, when they were converting from what they called the shameful trade to quote unquote a more legitimate form of trade, which meant to colonize Africa. Bottom line, something is wrong and we really need to fix it. This has been the Black History edition of Attention Deficit Hood Analysis. I'm your man, DJ Hood Shaka. Leave me a comment below. And look, until the next episode, whoa, no, hold on. I need you to log on to djhoodshaka.com. I want you to find me, DJ Hood Shaka, on Facebook and all social media platforms. Yeah, I got to start plugging my social media platforms. So look, man, and like I said, drop a comment. And you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But until the next episode, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to stay focused, stay safe, and support the hood, baby, because you all we got. Boom!